All right, this is NC Hammer. We keep technical analysis short and sweet. The market is kind of doing consolidation right now. We are looking at BNT, which I had posted previously, that we might potentially hit this 0.47 line and have a little bit of retracement down here. May continue to push up. We are seeing some bullish movement as we're seeing some wicks right here pushing upwards. This is in the 4 hour. When you break it down to the 15 minutes, it's a little bit more choppy because there's not as much market cap in this coin. However, it does have some high potential, so keep BNT in mind. We're looking at Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is trying to consolidate. If it can hold above this $92,000 level or even above the 200 EMA, we can see some more consolidation start pushing upwards. However, we'd like to see it hold above the 92 for a little bit longer and allow the other parts of the market and altcoins to increase in price. Dogecoin is starting to form out the inverse head and shoulders like we had talked about, more like in the pattern that I had showed. We thought this was the second part of the right shoulder, but it seems like it could have done the retrace a little bit further. However, they say it can hit $4, so keep that in mind and maybe grab some Dogecoin. Torn is looking in better and better every day, starting to break this downward trend line, has an all-time high of 400 plus, and it is currently $7 and about 75 cents. So if you want to spend 10 bucks, maybe reap 400. Torn is a good bet. And they also had a case dropped against them in Texas. The SEC was suing Torn, Cash Tornado, and they could not go through with the lawsuit. So Torn, we should see a push up here soon. Just keep this one in mind. Not for sure, it's just an option. Definitely do your own research. DNT is starting to build some support, holding above the 200 EMA. And as we saw back here in November of 24, we held above the 200 EMA, made a quick dip below it, as we could see happening over here in April, maybe May, because it's the end of the month, and then a major push upwards all the way up to 8 cents from the 0.03 cents. XRP, always a fun one to watch. Definitely doing some consolidation. We wanted it to hold this black trend line right here, but it did break below that. The more important one is this bigger black trend line. We could put it in 4, so you can see we do want to hold within this area and start trickling upwards. If it does not hold, we may see another low around $1.60, maybe $1.98 at the lowest, but just keep XRP on the radar. It's definitely a good investment. I believe we could see anywhere from $5 to $12 in the near future. XYO, I was talking about this right before the pump. We held above the 200 EMA at around a penny and pushed all the way up to double money. And we are retracing back into these two dotted red lines, which I had previously talked about. We broke out of the downward wedge. We're holding above 200 EMA. And if we're looking at the RSI, we're above or right around the 50% mark, right where we need to be. Any news on it? MEXC listing April 30th. So today is MEXC listing, and MEXC is the platform I always recommend. I will leave a reference link below if you're interested. They have the lowest trading fees of any platform, but keep XYO in mind. And then XLM, starting to do a little bit of a retrace, but also we want to see it break this downward black trend line and start pushing up in this cup and handle pattern. So keep XLM on mind. XCN, the last one, the almighty. Pretty much there's a bunch of lines going on here that are unnecessary. But the more important would be like this line right here. We do want to see it hold this bullish pendant pattern and start to trickle up towards this line, filling out this cup and handle pattern. I don't believe we're going to have a major crash, down back to a penny. It did have that quick spike up, but it held support around 0.016, which is important. I believe we're going to see a trading range within this area, this red box, and we do have some rejection at 2 cents, so keep that in mind. But XCN is always one to look at. Toshi was looking pretty nice. I haven't looked at it recently. Inverse head and shoulders as well, holding above 200 EMA. It is a meme coin. I believe the next potential stop is 0.00055 or 0.0007. Pretty massive gains from 0.003. But it is a meme coin, so keep that in mind. We've been looking at LCX and trying to enter for a while, but it just has not been looking like a good setup. It had that pump just like the rest of the market, having a little retrace like you could see in XYO, but it's holding above the 200 EMA. We may crash a little bit below it. Just keep LCX on your radar. It does have nice utility, but right now it doesn't have the best setup. And then keep in mind Quant and ADA. Quant is pushing up. It's trying to hold around $75. Could potentially hit 3,000 or even 1,000 at minimum. And ADA was looking nice, but also trying to hold above, trying to push above this upward trend line and hold above the 200 EMA. ADA is also tax-free, so keep those in mind. I always recommend Grass if you're trying to get free airdrop money, reference link below, and Coinbase. That's it for today. I will see you guys on the next one.